Two phones. This one costs $300. This one costs $1,200. And I can prove, with the manufacturer's own numbers, that the cheap one is going to outlast the expensive one by almost 4 years. This isn't a trick. The $300 Samsung Galaxy A26 gets guaranteed security updates until 2031. The $1,200 Galaxy S22 Ultra, it runs out in 2027. Same company, for times the price, for years less. And it gets worse. There's a $200 phone on this list that outlasts a $1,400 flagship by more than 4 years. For decades, the number one reason people paid flagship money was simple. Expensive phones last longer. In 2026, that is no longer true. It's backwards. So today I'm going to show you the cheap phones that now outlive phones costing 4, 5, even 7 times as much, exactly how many years each one gets. And the single best value phone on the market right now, a phone so cheap, it almost feels like a mistake. Stick around for that one, because after you see it, you might never overpay for a phone again. So how is this even possible? 5 years ago, it wasn't. Back then, long software support was a luxury, something only flagships got. Buy a cheap phone in 2020, and you'd be lucky to see 2 years of updates before it turned into a security risk. Then 2 things changed. First, Samsung and Google started competing on longevity and pushed it all the way down their lineups. And second, in 2024, a new law in the UK and Europe forced phone makers to guarantee a minimum support period in writing. The result is genuinely wild. Samsung now promises 6 years of security updates in writing on a $200 phone. Let me show you exactly how wild. This is the Galaxy A16, $199. And this is the Pixel 8 Pro, $1,000. Look at the month they each stop getting updates. It's identical, October 2030. The same protection. One costs 5 times more than the other. That is the whole story of phones in 2026. The years are no longer what you're paying for. So the only question that actually matters isn't how many years you get. It's how many dollars you're paying for each one. And when you run that math, the flagships fall apart. So here are the champions, the cheap phones that go the distance. Watch the price sitting right next to the date. We'll start at the bottom. The Samsung Galaxy A16, $199, protected until October 2030. That's 6 years of security for under $200. Next, the Galaxy A26, $300, updates all the way to March 2031. The Nothing Phone 3A, $379, also 2031. The Galaxy A36, $400, 2031 again. Then the Value Kings from Google. The Pixel 8a, $499, supported to 2031. And the Pixel 9a, same price, gets the longest guarantee of any phone here, April 2032. Every single one of these is under $500. Every one is an official, written guarantee, not an estimate. And every one of them will still be getting security updates long after the $1,200 flagships from a couple of years ago have gone completely dark. Put them all on one chart, sorted by how long they last, and something jumps right out. The cheap phones, the green bars, reach further than anyone would guess. So now let's bring in the expensive phones they're beating. Here's where it stings. These are the flagships, the phones people saved up for, the phones that felt like an investment. The Sony Xperia 1V, $1,400. It stopped getting security updates in July 2026. A $200 Galaxy A16 outlasts it by more than 4 years, at 1/7 the price. The Galaxy S21 Ultra, $1,200, already dead. Its updates ended back in January. The S22 Ultra, another $1,200 phone, runs out in 2027. Put the $300 A26 right next to it, and the cheap phone wins by 4 full years. Now look at the whole picture at once. Every green bar is a phone under $500. Every red bar costs $1,000 or more, and the green bars reach further. But here's the part that should really change how you shop. You might be thinking, fine, those are old flagships. Of course, a brand new budget phone beats them. Okay, so let's take the newest, most expensive Samsung you can buy today, the Galaxy S24 Ultra. $1,500. It's supported until January 2031. The $199 A16, October 2030. 3 months apart. You would pay $1,100 more for 13 extra weeks of updates. That is what the longevity premium has become. It isn't a premium anymore. It's a tax on the people who didn't check. Now, to be completely fair, that $1,200 flagship is not a ripoff. Flagship money buys real things. A better camera, a faster chip, a brighter screen. If you want the best, that's worth it. But if you were paying the premium because you believed it would last longer, that reason is gone. And yes, these budget phones are newer than the flagships they beat. That's the whole point. You don't need to spend $1,000 anymore to get a phone that lasts into the 2030s. The cheapest phone here, the $200 Galaxy A16, stays safe until 2030. Dollar for dollar, it's the best value on the market, full stop. But whatever phone you own or you're about to buy, do one thing. Check its real date. Almost nobody does. They guess, they assume, and they get burned. So don't guess. I've pulled the exact date for over 900 phones on a PhoneLifeSpan.tech. The link's in the description. Type in your model, and in 2 seconds you'll see the day it stops being safe and whether you're overpaying. Do it now before you forget. And subscribe because next, the big one. I tracked over 900 phones, and I'll show you exactly when every brand cuts you off. I'll see you there.